Hello, loves, and welcome to the Red Hares and Daffodils Homestead. Today we're here in the kitchen, obviously, and we are whipping up something that shouldn't be a long video today, but it will be one that I'm hoping you're going to come back to just like I am. What are we making? We're making baked cinnamon apple chips. All you need for this recipe are 2 good apples, a dash of cinnamon, and a dash of sugar. We're going to bake them up in the oven for quite a while, actually, low and slow, kind of like a pulled pork, low and slow. And yeah, it should be a wonderful, wonderful treat that we'll be having today. So let's get started. We've got our oven preheated to 225, and we already have our baking sheet covered with a sheet of parchment paper. That's all the prep we need. We do have a mandoline ready with our bowl underneath, and we've got our 2 apples. I've already cut off the bottom of one just to make sure that the slicing was, it called for the thinnest slicing, but I think I've got it like a chicka, just a smidgen above that. I still want the apples when they dry to be a tad bit chewy. I don't want like really brittle chips by any means. If you like the brittle chips, please go on the lowest setting of your mandolin and you'll be good to go. Forewarning with this, please, please, please be careful when using a mandolin. I've lost fingertips in the past years. I've almost been to the ER because of it. It is a nasty tool. I'm looking into getting one of the handless ones that you just push down on like the top of it. It's called like a reverse mandolin or something. I'm looking into getting one of those, and I want to get rid of everything else that we've got in the kitchen for a mandolin. I think I've got like 2 others. They're just, please be careful. That bottom of my heart to yours, just I want to keep you guys safe and I want to keep myself safe. So let's get started. So we've got our these are 2 Honeycrisp apples, and I just bought a bag at the grocery store, picked out the 2. They smell the sweetest, so that I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that'll bode well for us today. So let's get to. And as I get further down in this apple, I am going to use the guard. But right now, the guard, I rolled the apple and I almost cut myself. So I am being careful, I promise you guys. I'm just going to go slow and slightly turn my apple every time, just so that we're going okay. Towards the middle, we're going to go ahead and punch it out. I'm going to find my biscuit cutters. I don't think I pulled those out yet. And we're going to punch a hole to get rid of that center, not pith, but the center seeds and stuff, the center star. But yeah, we're going to get rid of that. So. Yeah, these slices are maybe 3 millimeters thick. You can almost see through them. You can see the light through them at least. But these are going to be perfect for baking, you guys. At least they'll be perfect for me because, like I said, I want a little bit of that chew. Okay, we're getting to a point where I need to use my mandolin now. I'm getting to be uncomfortable. We're overly cautious. Got some apple juices running down. I just want to make sure all that's collected. Okay, we've got our guard with our spikes. Please be careful with this too. If you have something like this stuff is just bad business sometimes. The kitchen's my happy place, darn it. It's not a torture place. Oh, thank you so much for. Lynn grabbed out my. They're called cookie cutters, but I call them my biscuit cutters. They've got 12 round stainless steels, and then we've got them from tiny, like 3/4 of an inch, all the way up to big old cookie size. So we'll use those here in just a bit. Thank you, hon, for getting those. We're cutting through seeds right now, so we're getting there. Okay, I think it's okay. Yeah, I'm getting partial slices, which I'm still going to bake that up. Whoops. See, I want it just barely stuck in there. There we go. There we go. Tell you, I think I'm more nervous about handling this than anything else. Okay. I might try to hand cut this little nublin left because there's only about probably 3 or 4 slices left on this before it hits where the stem was. I'm just going to set that aside, and we're going to pick up with our other one here. Again, I'm going to start holding it by hand, and then I'm just going to trim off the bottom with a knife real fast. Okay. Just wipe off all the seeds and everything, and the juice. There we go. Had a bit of my paper towel in there. Okay.
Your leg's not out. It might be a little wobbly.
Oh, my leg's not out. Oh, thank you so much. Haha. I was going to say it was wobbly for a minute. Thank you so much, baby. Appreciate it. I hope this video finds you guys all safe, happy, and healthy. I hope it's a good Friday for you guys. All right, we're about halfway through this apple. I'm going to go probably 1 or 2 more slices, and then I'll put my blade protector or my finger protector on it. Okay. Now I need to use my finger protector because I'm getting nervous again. Put it where. There we go. Hate these things. I want one of those reverse mandolins. I'm doing okay. Okay. Okay, well, I can tell my hands are unsteady because I'm getting partial chips, and they're starting to go a little wonky on the slicing. So I think I'm going to try to slice these by hand now. Okay. Okay, I'm just going to set this aside for just a minute. I grabbed out a bigger bowl so that I can put all the apple slices in here. I do have clean hands. I washed my hands right before we started recording, but I'll use my cinnamon sugar sprinkle in here and try to mix them around with my hands just a little bit. But that we're going to finish up with these, and then I'm going to punch out the centers so that when we add the cinnamon sugar, we don't have to hold on to them again and lose some of that cinnamon sugar topping. Might just leave these for munching. I don't know if I feel comfortable. I'm going to leave these just for munching. These are just a little tiny apple scraps. So I just my hands are a little unsteady today, and I don't quite trust myself. I'm going to be honest with you guys. Medically, I haven't been doing well lately, and my coordination's off a little bit. And I was going to do a video on an update on that here, just to kind of fill you guys in. I've gotten a few nasty comments, and about how I'm unsteady on my feet and how I've almost fallen in a video and things like that. And anywho, okay. So let's go through these. Let me grab out this and grab out. I'll grab my two smallest. I think one's maybe 1.25 inches and one's 3/4 of an inch. So little bit of difference. But I'm going to punch all these out and I will bring you guys back here in just a sec. Alrighty, loves. We've got a smidgen of cinnamon, smidgen of sugar. I'm going to go ahead and mix this up here. Smells good already. This is like the quintessential fall smell. Love it, you guys. All right, just going to go ahead and sprinkle. I'm going to sprinkle maybe half of this on and then mix them up. I think I'm going to grab like a spatula or something and just want to make sure everything's evenly coated. Well, at least I'm not having any flour attack me today. If you know, you know. Okay. I've got some pieces that barely have any cinnamon on it by the looks of them. And then I've got other pieces that are covered in a good way. So, alrighty, I'm going to start layering these up. I'm probably going to overlap them a little bit just because these are going to take an hour for the first round, still at 225. And then we're going to, I don't believe, and then we're going to flip the slices. I couldn't remember that for sure. And then we're going to put them back in for another 45 to 50 minutes. So these are going to be in there for a while. I'd like to do it in one full batch. So they're going to be overlapping a little bit. I think that should be fine. If not, we'll learn from my mistakes. Oh my gosh, these smell so good, you guys. This is going pretty well, you guys. I think maybe I may be able to stretch some of these out and put some of the sliver slices over here on the far end. So we'll be able to get everything in then on one batch. I'm super excited about that. Alrighty, loves. Got everything onto one tray. They are overlapped by about half, maybe. But yeah, I think we're good to go. I will put these in the oven again at 225. We're going to go for 1 hour, and I will show you guys a quick little snippet when we go to flip them over, how they're looking mid-process. See you guys here in just a few. Ooh, these look good. Alrighty, loves. We are halfway through our baking process for our apple slices. I want to bring you guys in so you can see how they look halfway through. You can see which ones obviously got more cinnamon and sugar than the first ones I pulled out, but they are looking right now. They're really squishy, and that's okay. We are going to flip them and put them back in for, my instructions say, for another 45 to 60 minutes. I thought it was 45 to 50. Add on 10, 45 to 60. So let me go ahead and get these flipped. Some of these are adhered. They're actually the 220. Oh, okay, I fibbed. I fibbed. That's because, see, they're actually not too hot. I lied. Didn't mean to fib. That's funny. Hi, Dottie. Yeah, I know you smell foods. Alrighty, loves. We went ahead and kind of pried them apart a little bit because Lynn brought up a good idea of how she does our basil drying in the oven. If they're laying on top of each other, they may steam more than they dehydrate and bake out. So we went ahead and separated them out. Looks a lot different than the last time I showed you guys just a minute ago. So I'm hoping that these will hopefully dry out faster and bake up to some nice chips. I'm going to go ahead and put these in for the lowest time amount, the 45 minutes. And then if we need to bump it in for another 15 after that, then we can go ahead and do that. So I will see you guys back in 45. Alrighty, loves. The oven just went off. Sorry about that. I was having trouble grabbing a corner. Alrighty. How are we looking? They're still soft. Yep, they're still soft. Okay. Back in for another 15. Be right back. Alrighty, loves. We just got done in the oven. Let me turn the ice maker off here. Alrighty. These have been in for approximately 3 hours. They were still, after the initial hour, we put them in for 45 minutes more. We put them in for 15 more, and then 2 rounds of 30. So a total of 3 hours. When we first checked them after the hour 45, there was hardly any difference between a raw sliced apple and where we wanted them to be. There was hardly any change. So now we've gotten everything. Everything is nice and crispy, and these are, I'll eat this here in a second. These are good to go, you guys. I am absolutely pleased as punch, and we're gonna nibble on these for the next few days until they're gone, and probably make another batch. So I did want to tell you guys the cinnamon and apple ratios. We used 2 large apples, Honeycrisp, a tablespoon of sugar, and a half teaspoon of cinnamon. I know earlier I said a pinch, and or whatever word I used. I wanted to give you guys the exact measurements. I will go ahead and list this and the instructions down below in the description box. Got this from a friend. There was no resource listed, so I don't know who to credit for this, but a huge thank you. Yeah, we're good to go. So as always, like, comment, subscribe. We're still working our way up to 100 subscribers as of the filming of this video. But yeah, we'll have our big cookbook giveaway then. And yeah, as always, hugs and loves, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.